Hey everyone, Mr. MC here. This is lap guide for Tsukuba with a Racing Kart 125 shifter. Let's get this started. Follow the long tire marks that is closest to the left side of the track, and you want to start to brake before those tire marks finish. I have it highlighted here, but if you don't know which ones are the ones that I'm talking about, go back a couple seconds and take a look at it again. So you want to brake right here before the tire marks finish. Then you want to do a very long arc because your apex is going to be very late in the turn. Shift down to third and carefully accelerate your way through. If you don't have traction control on, you want to be especially careful with this as it is very easy to spin out this car. For this next turn, your braking point will be just before the curb on the right finishes. You'll be doing something similar as you did with turn 1, but for this turn, the apex is a little bit past the halfway point of the turn. Slowly accelerate your way through this turn, try to keep the kart fully stabilized. Take this turn at full throttle and keep the steering very tight through this section right here as you need very little input to make these turns. Then for this turn, you want to start to brake just before the green curb that is on the left finishes. As you start to turn, lift off the brake and slowly start to accelerate. The apex is also somewhat late here, and you want to be a little bit more careful with the acceleration and the amount of steering that you're inputting, as you can also easily spin out right here. For this last turn, you can easily go through this turn at full throttle, just use very little input and your kart will take care of you. Before I go to the non-commentary version, I just want to give some quick tips with the kart. For some of these turns, you need very little input to get the kart where you want it to go. This kart glides through these turns, so all you need to do is use very little input on the controller or at least on the Logitech G29 wheel, and the kart will take care of the rest. Tip number 2. When it comes to turning, make sure you don't hit the curbs that is on the inside, because that can easily upset the balance of the kart and you'll see yourself spinning out before you even know it. Tip number 3, and this applies for those who are not using traction control on the kart, make sure you are very patient because it is easy to spin out in this kart. Don't ask me how many times I've spun out, but you want to be very patient and time it right so that way you can safely and quickly exit a turn going as fast as you can. And last tip, don't be afraid to use driving assist for this kart. It is very hard to actually get a good time with this kart. It took me about a solid hour to get from, like 56.02 seconds to the current time I have right now. And there was times where I had the traction control set to 3, 4, even 5 to try to get a good lap time, and I got pretty close, but in the end I had it turned off. But if having traction control or other assist means that you get to stay on the track, you don't spin out, and you have fun, have it on. But anyways, non-commentary versions coming up. This is Miss MCA, the world's most okay player, and I'll see you in the next video.